Oh my god!
Наконец.
She is completely bald.
It's been a while. I know I shouldn't have kept you waiting, but I'm here now.
Britney Spears' new album, Blackout, featuring the hit single, Gimme More. 12 brand new songs from today's biggest star.
Britney, your single's doing incredibly well. Are you happy? Yeah.
You know it's number one, right? Number one ringtone?
It is?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hey celebrities, it's your boy Vitaly and welcome back to Vitaly Space. On this channel we're desperately trying to bring back the 2007, so you better join if you're new. As well know, 2007 was many things for Britney Spears. Dramatic, traumatic, yet iconic. Divorce from Kevin Federline, an exhausting custody battle over their kids, and invasive pictures of her public breakdown. Those are the things that created the album that would later become the most influential, legendary piece of her discography, Blackout. The album that disappears into its own darkness, but what you find when you're there is one endless, shameless party. Let's be honest, you cannot imagine your 2000s without its defining Gimme More track.
The legendary Miss Britney Spears.
Or Piece of Me, or even Break the Ice. As a fan myself, I've got so many questions for this era, cause her team sabotaged the album like crazy. So today, I suggest to take a trip down memory lane and dive into the dark yet fascinating history of Blackout. Buckle up legend, you're definitely not ready for this one, only on Vitaly Space. But before we get started, I wanna ask you legends to do me a little favor. Please subscribe to my channel, cause I'm trying to reach 70,000 subscribers before New Year's. And don't forget that I have my personal channel, Vitaly for the record. So if you wanna see me behind the scenes, definitely check it out. As always, let's start from the very beginning, shall we? In February of 2007, Britney walked into a beauty salon in Tarzana and shaved her head in a full view of the snapping paparazzi.
By the way, I found this salon in real life. So iconic.
And after the scandalous public meltdown, she checked into a rehab facility. Then, in July of the same year, she finalized the divorce from her husband of almost 3 years, Kevin Federline. 2 months later, the controversial VMAs performance happened.
Looking for trouble. Look right in my face.
And it wasn't long until Britney temporarily lost custody of her children. Blackout was her first album since 2003's Clubber Sounding in a Zone. In that time off, she got married twice. Goals. The first marriage to Jason Alexander lasted 55 hours and was later annulled.
Honestly, I really wanted to see what it was like to be married. Maybe that sounds silly, but in that moment, I was just I was with a friend that I love dearly, and I wanted to do something wild and crazy, and I wanted to get married, so that's why I did it.
And her second marriage was to backup dancer K-Fed.
Love is marriage.
That's suspicious.
By the age of 25, Britney was divorced and had 2 babies under the age of 2 with Kevin. But although her life was kind of falling apart, Pop Princess took full charge as the executive producer of the album. I mean, no wonder why it's so legendary. And needless to say, the musical risks she took definitely paid off. She invited some undeniably talented producers, such as J. Rotem, Carrie Hilson, Bloodshine Avant, as well as none other than unstoppable Danger, to create edgy pop with an R&B sound. At the time, Danger was already a prominent figure in the music industry, having achieved several successful credits. You might know him for his iconic work in the mid-2000s with Nelly Furtado, Timbaland and Justin Timberlake. That didn't age well, by the way. His beats were the blueprint for the music of that time, which is pretty iconic if you ask me. Blackout was the first time I worked with Danger, and he gave me the opportunity and freedom to work with more urban sounds and influences. It really inspired me. I also got a chance to sing more and stretch my voice in ways I hadn't done before. The magic of Blackout was actually pretty simple. It just was not so thought out. I just did what I felt and it worked. Sometimes less is more, I guess. Now, let's fast forward to October 25th of 2007, the day when pop culture was never the same, as Britney released the most influential album of her entire career. Blackout is mainly an electropop and dance album, which incorporates elements of several music genres such as hip-hop, funk, Eurodisco and dubstep. At the time of its release though, Blackout was the biggest commercial failure of Britney's entire career. Numbers-wise, it produced her lowest album sales, selling only half the copies as her previous release in a zone in its first week. The record also became the first in Britney's discography to not debut at number 1 on the Billboard charts. But let's be honest, sales were certainly not bad. But the standards for Britney's success were already set impossibly high with her previous albums.
Look at. Everybody move so you can take that picture. Take a picture.
I can take a picture.
Stay back, bro. Stay back. Don't get close. Everyone move. Just
I'm home, you stupid move!
move. Hey, guys, come on, guys.
Do you see it? Where was I at?
What did you drop? The memory card?
Here, Britney. Britney.
Oh,
Here.
right
Here. Here you go.
Even during some of the most challenging periods of her life, Britney kept the Blackout train running. Yes, I'm still talking about the album. One day after announcing her divorce from Kevin Federline, she recorded vocals for Radar in New York. In the wake of shaving her head in Tarzana, she recorded Hot as Ice with T-Pain. She came in, shook my hand and went right into the booth. She was smiling the whole time. In 1 hour we had a song. I sang it first and she sang over what I did, in key and everything. Then we did a whole another song. She was all about her business. I came out of the studio and across the street there were people with cameras on top of the building, waiting for her to come outside, said T-Pain. I come out and they're like, oh stop. And I was like, what about me? I got hits. In Britney's 8th month of pregnancy, she laid down vocals for Break the Ice and Perfect Lover in her home studio. And according to Carrie Hilson, she was standing up in a vocal booth just banging it out. And 3 weeks later, she had the baby. Danger explained that the creative process was not difficult at first, since he was left to do pretty much whatever he wanted to. And if Britney felt it, she was gonna write with it. And if she didn't, you would see it in her face. According to Danger. Now that's the commitment, that's the greatest pop star. Now, I suggest that we briefly talk about the album's legendary singles. The first one being the one, the only, Gimme More. Gimme More, the album's lead single, was released in August of 2007 by Jive Records and peaked at number 3 on a Billboard chart. Carrie Hilson wrote the song with Britney in mind, after Danger played her the instrumental. The Trouble legend began recording the album in Las Vegas in 2006, while she was 7 months pregnant with her second child, Jaden James. The recording process continued in her infamous Beverly Hills residence, 3 weeks after she gave birth. She gave 150%, Hilson added. I don't know any other mother who would do that. And let me tell you something, this track made one phrase instantly iconic, and that is...
Britney, bitch.
Obviously.
Who is it?
It's Britney, bitch.
But according to Danger, it actually began as an inside joke. We were in a studio recording and Jim Beans, the co-writer and vocal producer, was like, can you say it's Britney, bitch? It was a little inside joke happening in the studio, and he just got her to say it. I was so shocked that she said it. And we kept doing the record.
What did he say?
He said, what's your opinion on Britney Spears?
That's mean.
Britney, your single's doing incredibly well. Are you happy? Yeah.
You know it's number 1, right? Number 1 ringtone?
It
did? Yeah. That's cool.
And while discussing the Gimme More track, it would be a crime against pop culture not to mention its iconic music video. The controversy of it, to be exact. Did you know that the original concept for the video was entirely different? Filmed over 2 days in July of 2007, the video was shot by Vitaly, a director that Britney reportedly handpicked herself to execute her own concept. At that time, insiders reported that the music video wasn't like anything Britney had done before, and that it had a very eclectic feel to it, had many vintage elements, and was inspired by Elvis.
If you're looking for trouble,
You came to the right place.
if you're looking for trouble,
Look right in my face.
you,
The original video was rumored to start with Britney attending a funeral. During the funeral, she sees a man in the crowd. She begins to leave the funeral, and he follows. Just take a look at this leaked paparazzi footage proving this theory. When she leaves the funeral, she gets into her car and drives to a deserted door. She's now seen walking down the sidewalk. Later, the man from the funeral finds Britney, pushing her against the wall. Then it turns out that this girl was not Britney, and the real Britney is lost in a club crowd. Britney is now seen in a dark and creepy room. She's tied to a chair in the middle of it. The girl who's assumed to be one of the Britneys is violently beating her up, and the viewer is led on that the real Britney has died. But what we got instead was an extended pole dancing routine from Blackout. According to Britney herself, the original video was supposed to be the tale of brunette stripper Britney murdering the blonde innocent Britney. But Jive Records did her dirty. Apparently it was too risky for her image. They didn't want to kill her bubblegum girl persona, and just like that, the video was scrapped. To say that this entire era fascinates the hell out of me would be an understatement of the century, and the filming of the video was such an exciting event that downtown LA's warehouse where it took place was formed not only by paparazzi, by Body Snake himself, Perez Hilton. And let me tell you, he needs therapy.
It's hard work being Perez. We're in very sunny downtown Los Angeles where I'm melting at a top secret Britney Spears shoot. Her bodyguard is right down there. Let's see if he'll want to have a little chat. Britney!
Watch your back, watch your back, watch your back.
Out of the street, guys, out of the street, please.
Back it up.
Hilton loves you!
Don't push it.
Britney Perez loves you!
I love you, Perez.
That's not Britney! I brought some Nair because we all know Britney likes a clean workspace. Oh, and, you know, I also brought her some new panties because I think Britney should stay covered. We've already seen her vagina 3 times actually. So I brought Britney some Jack. She's already been boozing, so we can have a drink together. You think she'll appreciate my presence?
You want a piece of me?
Are you watching the video without liking it again? I caught you red-handed.
Now, let's get to the album's second single, Piece of Me, my personal favorite. Piece of Me received generally positive reviews. Critics praised its production and defiant lyrics, proclaiming it as one of the highlights from the entire album. Released as a bold statement against toxic tabloid culture, the song delivered a clear message to the paparazzi and gossip rocks. They were fixated on her personal life at the time, and the glitzy music video for the track is just as bold and reckless.
They still gon' put pictures of my derriere in the magazine.
And the winner for Best Female Video is Britney Spears, Piece of Me.
And the winner for Best Pop Video is Britney Spears!
Britney Spears, Piece of Me.
I first want to thank God, first and foremost, for just blessing me like this. My beautiful family, my 2 beautiful boys for inspiring me every day, and my fans, this is for you. Thank you so much.
Now, the album's third and final single, Break the Ice. Break the Ice had a moderate success due to Britney being unable to promote it properly or film a music video. The video was supposed to feature a chaired dancing sequence from Britney. However, due to her life spiraling out of control, that was cancelled and animated video was created instead. The single starts off with Britney apologizing to the fans for keeping them waiting.
I know I shouldn't have kept you waiting, but I'm here now.
By the way, did you know that Radar was originally supposed to be released as the album's fourth single, but was scrapped after the pop princess announced her work on Circus, the next album.
Confidence is a must, cockiness is a plus.
Radar was contractually obligated to become a Blackout single, but once the conservatorship was put into place, Britney's team slapped the song onto Circus as a bonus track, rather than entertain Blackout any longer. Now, I suggest to briefly talk about the non-singles from the album. Legends, I can talk about Blackout for hours and hours and hours straight, cause every single track on the record is a goddamn masterpiece. Heaven on Earth is a euphoric banger that sounds like that rush of a new early days love. Rumor has it that Britney found the song really hard to record because of its lyrical, romantic content, and her recent separation from her loser husband, Kevin Federline. But eventually, it became her favorite track on the album. Interesting choice, by the way. Legends, let me know what is your favorite Blackout song.
Your touch, your taste, your breath, your face.
It's a cool track. I love the producers who did it, and it's kind of different from all the other songs. The next one is Get Naked. Don't even get me started on this masterpiece. This is my second most streamed track of the record. That's how much I love it. Probably TMI, but every time I listen to it, I feel so sexy right away and I wanna fuck. I mean, that was the whole point of the song. In a song, Britney expresses her attraction to someone and reveals her unapologetic nature. We don't blame you, Britney. We don't blame you. Freak Show, also known as the most performed non-single from the record. I can't say anything bad about it, it's a bop for sure. Just not my cup of tea. It's not like I listen to it every single day, if that makes sense. But once again, I see the vision and I get the idea. The next non-single that I absolutely love, Toy Soldier. As a matter of fact, it's in my Spotify Wrap this year. Dedication, the commitment to Blackout. Then we have Hot as Ice, Ooh Baby, Perfect Lover and Get Back. I don't wanna fully get into the history of these songs, cause the video's gonna be way too long otherwise. But one thing you need to know is that I cannot get enough of these tracks, and I know you guys probably gonna be like, Vitaly, but you say that about every single song or about every single person that you talk about, and you'll be right. But I only make videos about the things that I love. And Blackout is one of them. What's so crazy about this entire record is that these songs sound modern AF. Like, honestly, the production is top tier. That's the true pop star to you. And now, my favorite part. Are you ready for some unreleased bangers that were also supposed to be on album but never made the final cut? Starting with 911.
Stop dreaming about you.
Okay, my legends, and to conclude this video, I wanna give you guys my personal opinion about this record, if you're interested in that, cause the impact of Blackout remains a crucial chapter in Britney's legacy. In fact, it's so underrated, it hurts. In a way, Britney's desire to make a record defined by sex and craving attention makes Blackout a killer feminist record too. In 2010, the Times would call it the 5th best pop album of the decade.
Man, but wouldn't it be funny if she's just totally just screwing with everyone? Because it'd be real funny if she were like, just kidding.
Well, it'd be funny up until kid number 2.
Because, I mean, think about it. She's done no press for her album, which I love, by the way. I like her album.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. But she's done no press. She's getting so much press off of all this other stuff.
She can't.
Wouldn't it be funny, though? I'm just saying.
By releasing an album as dangerous, sexy, provocative, and controversial as Blackout, Britney made her intentions really clear. Britney Spears is a fighter, and she doesn't give a damn about what you think. She's Britney, bitch. Okay, my legends, I feel like that's gonna be it for today's video. Once again, I didn't want to make it super long, super in-depth. The main point of this video was to look back to one of the most influential pieces in Britney's discography and to appreciate it once again. And that's what we always do on Vitaly Space. So you better like this video, cause you guys are the only thing that keep the show going, truly. Subscribe to my channel, cause I'm trying to reach 70,000 subscribers before New Year's. Follow me on Instagram at Vitaly for the record. Subscribe to my personal channel, Vitaly for the record as well, and I will see you in my next video this week. And remember, your ex is effing toxic. The best way to make them bitter is to become successful. Bye, legends!